Well, I don't see Morris, but Stripe came out of the garage and Marty came out of the cat hotel. There's Ruby. Dawn says she has a software update. There's a 0.5 and a 0.6 now, so
I didn't try to.
Unfortunately, I'm only able to put it on till I get home.
Right.
Sending it to me Sunday night at 2 a.m. is not optimal for me. Looks like it's going to be a pretty day. I see a hint of sun out there. We escaped the frost warning last night. Only got down to 42. They had said 38. We have one more cold night. So fingers crossed that it won't frost tonight either. Wednesday we're 73 during the day, 52 at night, and it should be perfect. Maybe we'll dry out a bit today. All the cats are a little frisky this morning. Panther was running around like a crazy boy on the front porch. Good morning, Ruby. Well, I am seeing just a little bit of frost on some of the shingles. I'll not be seeing any frost down on the ground though. It was a pretty easy drive downtown. A lot of frost on rooftops. Frost warning for tonight. They need to be wrong. They need to be wrong. I think everybody's back to school and work today, but it's possible some businesses are off today. They call it Easter Monday. It's kind of always been this back and forth thing, whether to have the Friday before off or the Monday after off. It's a clear choice in my world, but I've gotten out and stretched, and I glimpsed at TeslaModelXJourney to see if there was anything I wanted to talk about this morning, and the news about Tesla's Sentry mode and cameras recording and privacy laws and owner and public right to privacy around the cars, etc., was in the news a lot last week. And I'm strictly speaking in terms of America versus in terms of what's going on in Europe, because there are some different laws there. But there is a new class action lawsuit opened by a gentleman in California, and the article from TeslaModelXJourney has a couple of quotes from him, but I didn't exactly understand from the article what he expected to be changed or which part of the features he's concerned about with his privacy. But I guess my thoughts and opinions are that we have cameras all over the place. In this parking lot, there's like 10 cameras. I'm being recorded on this city property. In this case, it's not private property or public. I mean, it's city property. City of Raleigh owns this parking lot. And I know that I'm being recorded when I enter it. When I drive down Main Street, Fuquay, there are cameras on some of the street light poles. Not all of them like the city of Cary, because Cary is very proud that they are monitoring you at every intersection, but a few of them. Over at the splash pad at South Park, they put up cameras over there when they built the splash pad, and they never took them down. Now, I don't know that they're running or not, but I assume that they're running over there in case somebody vandalizes the equipment, which is unfortunately a possibility that they would catch it. But of course, it is also has footage probably from when people are in their bathing suits out there on the splash pad. I have no problems with any of these cameras. If I am stupid enough to do something in my car that I shouldn't be while I'm out there on the street, then that's on me, and I should know I'm in a public place and can conduct myself appropriately, right? In my own home, I have some thought process that I have privacy, but then, you know, we have Ring security cameras, and you know, we're entrusting Ring to handle that data properly. So, you know, I wouldn't want to go out on a limb and say that we've never been spied on between the camera devices and the assistants that we have in the house from Amazon and Google. but I don't stress about it. So probably I'm one of those people that falls into the categories. I don't stress about it too much in the first place. So the fact that in Jules we have an interior camera that we've given permission to watch us, and you know, in my garage, my car is watching my garage. I mean, I look at these features as assisting me with my security, and any amount of privacy I've personally given up is worth it to me to have that security assistance. But I don't see how you can pick on Tesla and their cameras when businesses, parking lots, cities, the government, satellites, everybody's watching you. You're carrying around a spy device with you at all times that you choose to have. The cars themselves are hooked up to the internet. Anyone that has access to the Tesla app can see where you are. I mean, the thought that an individual would be able to have privacy and still be on the internet, have a cell phone, drive a smart car, that's just ridiculous at this point. It's gone. I mean, you may be deluded into thinking that you still have some semblance of privacy, but I would say that you don't. And Vox had an article, and I didn't read it, but I did see the headline flash by, that this privacy thing isn't just a Tesla problem. And that's going to be true, right? Because Blue Cruise is watching your eyes. Any of the autonomous cars have some video recording watching you. Tesla didn't for a while, but does now. So I mean, I guess I expect this class action lawsuit to go nowhere, and I personally hope it goes nowhere. I'm not a fan of class action lawsuits and all of this stuff. I think it was FUD about the employees and the videos. Now, I am sure if Don was sitting next to me in my cube and I was a Tesla employee that was responsible for reviewing crash footage or enhancing or monitoring the you know, how well the cameras were working as far as recording Sentry Mode or whatever in the cars, that if I saw something interesting and Don was sitting next to me in my cube at Tesla, I have no doubt that we would have gone, wow, look at that, together. You know, it's just the kind of thing that you do, but you don't send the video outside of the company. You don't send it to people that are not involved in that program. And if you do stuff stupid like that, then you get fired over it, and it's handled internally. I don't want to read stuff from Reuters anymore. I don't want to read stuff from Bloomberg anymore. It's like the only reason why they report anything is because they want clicks. That's it. It's not for my well-being or to disseminate news with me that I need to get through my daily life. It's to stir up my emotions and drive revenue for them. That's what it is. If they don't make you passionate or upset or frustrated or happy or whatever, if they don't stir emotion in you, then they aren't going to make the ad dollars. You're not going to be reading that or whatever. I'm really mad at all of the manipulation that the news media seems to be involved in. I don't know who I can trust anymore. I'm pretty much not many of them. So I don't know. But I hope I'm sure some employees looked at some videos, and if they want to interview people that don't work for Tesla anymore, do you really think that those are the best people that would answer the most truthfully about anything that went inside a Tesla? Probably not. Were there a few videos that were looked at that probably shouldn't have been repeatedly looked at? Maybe. Do I care as a Tesla owner that happened? Not really. Not even if it's my video. I mean, I guess I could ask our friend Andy, who had the car wreck, and he sent in, his video to Wham Bam Tesla Cam. It's like the #1 video out there. Do you not think that some people at Tesla saw that crash video footage and went, wow, he walked away from that. Look at what our car did. Do you not think they did that? They probably did. Do I care? I don't care. I doubt Andy cares. I don't care. I mean, they need to review some of the footage. They may or may not know the person, the VIN number or whatever that it's associated with, but they need to review it. So there's a lot of personal rights. I don't want my data mishandled, but I'm not overly sensitive about it either, I guess. You know, I'm the one walking around shooting videos, asking people to be on video, making YouTube videos. You're here today, so you're watching YouTube videos. If we didn't do any filming, we wouldn't have YouTube videos. I don't know. So anyway, that's my thoughts for the morning. Hopefully this FUD about the videos from Tesla will go away. Hopefully this class action lawsuit will get squashed. Hopefully I won't have to hear about it anymore. I've got more pressing matters in my life than to be listening to the camera video picture FUD. I believe North Carolina, the best my understanding is that you can film as long as there's at least one person talking. So, you know, if I'm videoing out someplace and I'm talking while I'm videoing, then I think that makes it pretty much okay in public places. At least that's my limited understanding of it, right? I try, like when me and Michelle are in Guardian Angel, to not have people behind us or around us, or turn to, you know, give people privacy in the background, but yet still do a little filming in Guardian Angel because it's fun. But I am sensitive to those around us, or try to be at any point. So, well, let me get back to the house so we can go for a walk. I don't think I have any appointments this week. I need to pick up Johnny's alteration for his tux pants on Wednesday. We did a dry run, try on the new shirt, try on the new vest. Everything was last night, everything was looking good, but I really don't have any appointments this week. I am so happy. The F-150 up there raced me from the last light. I just hit the brake and let him go on down the road. I don't need all that noise next to me. I don't need pickup truck drivers trying to race me off the light. I mean, you know, some of the sports cars, I get it, but the pickup truck, really? I mean, I could have left him, but we are in downtown Raleigh, and it's, you know, street racing, people. It's really not cool. It's not something you want to get caught doing. This road over here leads up to the North Carolina State Police training location, and there are Wake County sheriffs and state police on this particular stretch of road all the time. You shouldn't be street racing anywhere, but you sure don't want to be doing it over here. I would have to say, though, that the visibility, the lane width, the number of lanes, and number of cars, it's a fairly safe road. But still, why would an F-150? I guess he was just trying to show me he was all that this morning. Well, he's not all that. And at least if you're going to race me, be in a Lightning. We're headed over to the golf course this morning, to the Hilltop Needmore former clubhouse building. They're having coffee with a cop over there this morning from 9 to 10:30, and we figured we'd go in and say hi to the cops, and we would walk over there. We've been meaning to go to one of these coffee with the cops for, I don't know, 6 to 9 months, a year now. And every time it would come up, something else would be going, like it'd be on a Tuesday and I'm going shopping, or a Thursday and I'm meeting Michelle, or Don has a doctor's appointment that morning, or Johnny needs me to pick him up early, or so today's the day. We'd have no conflicts today. They're gonna love hearing from us about trash, and particularly alcohol bottles and drinking and driving on our local road. That's sort of the topic we would like to discuss with them. Nicely, but still, like, please, could you come monitor this road and do something about it?
Well, that, or is there a program?
Right.
I don't know that I'm asking them to come monitor, but is there some...
Well, you might not, but I might. But yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. It can't hurt to go in there and have a cup of coffee.
Right. Well, considering I have no money, hopefully they don't charge for it. They've been having coffee after coffee.
Will there be a place for us to park? Well, I guess over here on the back side, yes, because over on the side it's full.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I expected to see.
Several police vehicles and Town of Fuquay vehicles, and a bunch of people up to the left over there. So we'll just park in our normal spot.
Right.
This is the building we were headed to.
Yeah.
Dang, it's windy out here this morning. I just always hate it for the microphone. We're starting our walk now. We went back and put our weight vests on. I would say we feel like it was very worthwhile to go to the coffee with cops this morning. Don, well, I can't show it to you now because his weight vest is covering up, but they had stickers. I had coffee with a cop. And I'd say there were at least 10 police officers and maybe as many as 15.
Yeah.
Plus, this dog is in the water over here having a good old time. Plus also, Parks and Rec, the mayor, and a few other town people. So it was not just cops, but also some town employees. And we bent the ear of a couple of police officers and a couple of Parks and Rec people about our, you know, suggestions, our input, our feedback, our... Yeah. So I guess they said they're aware of Wi-Fi door locks and they might try to get it on the fiscal budget for next year. They have a few. They're not opposed to adding more. I think that was the feedback we got. And yeah, we understand where you want that trash can added. So maybe. And yeah, they move checkpoints around for, you know, traffic stops around, and maybe we could do one on Wagstaff sometime. There's a process for putting in where those go, and hopefully one of those guys will go put it in for over there. I promised I would not be irritated if I was one of the people that had to go through the stop. So it was all good. Oh, and you know, Don and I couldn't come up with a quarter between us. We looked all over Jules. But thankfully the coffee was and donuts was complimentary, although somehow neither one of us had a donut. And it was an interesting mix of older people that obviously know there's free coffee and donuts, let's go hang with our friends, and police officer and town types with some mixing in between, mostly by me and Don today. So we promised to come back and do it again.
Yeah.
They move it all around town. It's not always at the clubhouse. Sometimes local businesses sponsor it. The Garden Hut had it one time. Dunkin' Donuts had it one time. I mean, it tends to move around. It's not always in the same place. I appreciate that they want to do community relations. I would say that they were, at this one in particular, missing some of the categories of citizens they probably would like to improve relations with. So that was a shame. More recruiting, although they do always do coffee with a cop, and it's always in the morning, and that excludes automatically your normal working person, right? So maybe they need to have something in the evening sometimes instead of in the morning. And people that have worked first shift could at least consider going to a second shift function. You're in trouble with me. I'm kidding. I really am kidding.
That other hill that we've been complaining about, that's for wimps. That's for old folks.
Can you
That
see?
one we just came up.
Or look this way, the elevation of what we had to do to get up here. I was like, oh, I want to explore. What do you think? Should we do it or not? And I said, I'll let you decide. And he said, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm like thinking to myself, oh God.
Well,
I'll do it for Dawn because I love him.
yeah, well, I told her. She said, so well, should we come up here on this tee box? And I said, absolutely, because I'm never coming up that hill again. That's it.
Well, I think if we go down here, then it's down out one of the other little trails we wanted to explore. So we are going to follow the fence line and head that trail over there, but holy moly. Oh, I'm on the women's tee and you're on the men's tee, or Don was explaining.
The intermediate tee, the ladies' tee's down there.
Wow, there are three levels of height here. And then this God Hill. Well, I know that when it snows, now that it's not a golf course anymore, that people come out here with their sled. I don't know which hill they go down, but it wouldn't surprise me if these hills were on the list for the, you know, adventure types. All the way up there on the other side of that fence, way up the hill where it looks kind of brown, that's where we just were. We've looped around now, and Don said this is another tee, and you probably go over top of those trees, I guess, maybe.
These are also tees. Just those little trees there grown up, but that's the fairway. You
Okay, I believe you. In other words, I ain't climbing up there. Okay, my adventurous spirit got me up on top to look over where Don was looking. Well, actually, he was on that tee, and we're on this tee because it was a little more of a straight shot.
Yeah, that sound you hear is a mower trying to come up that hill.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we did this one time, Donnie.
Yeah.
I didn't like being left out, so I made the decision to do the climb. I was feeling guilty about not coming all the way up. We won't be walking the little blue trail today, though. This is plenty extra.
Yeah, we got plenty of heart rate on these.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Even you?
Even me. Well, this is like 3 of those. I mean, we've come up 1, 2.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd one of these, and we still have that other hill to go.
Oh, God. So that tractor over there has a brush on it, and he's getting the storm debris off the trail. Which there were a few spots we went over that could have used a touch-up, for sure. We are almost up that final hill.
I think this is the first tee.
I hear you.
I believe this is the first hole. We need to go investigate that.
Yeah, we want to go look up the old golf course layout map.
Out of the golf course, out of the clubhouse there,
and come this way.
and hit this tee.
Huh.
Because the green, to be the finishing hole, which is usually what they do, you go out and come back to the clubhouse. But the finishing hole green is usually very close to the clubhouse. Well, this is tees. This is not green.
Right.
Well, maybe it is the tees. I don't know. I mean the green. I don't
Well, let's look it up. See if we can find the old golf course map.
The first or the 18th hole. One or the
Right.
other.
That is for sure true. It gave me credit for 7 flights of stairs.
One hill with 7 flights of stairs. It shied you 21 flights.
I don't know what I'd do without you. I'd be even later than I normally am places. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, kiss, kiss. Show us the back of your shirt. Captain Info. The front of it says IBM System View Information Management. That's our product. That shirt is
25 years old.
1998.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, something
96.
like
Stu was still around.
something
right?
like that. Yep. I got the chicken in the Instant Pot for the kiddies. Made Don and I lunch essentially. Started hard-boiled eggs in the little dash cooker so I can make some deviled eggs again. You know, at our house we have deviled eggs once or twice a week, not just at Easter. I had to laugh at all the pictures of deviled eggs being posted by everybody for Easter, which is great, except for that, you know, they only make them a few times a year and I make them all the time. I get a little tired of making them, but it's not hard, and Don helps with the peeling a lot of times. So I let Johnny know I'm not going to get there till 1:15. That's not too late. Totally within the window, but on the later end of the window that I pick him up at. I shoot for 1. As long as I pick him up by like 30 minutes, so I'm going to say 1:45-ish, 1:40, I'm good. They would allow him to leave and not make him wait for the official release. They usually stop allowing early checkouts 30 minutes prior to the official dismissal time, which is for him is 2:10. Anyway, so we did talk to one of the police officers quite a bit about FSD, actually, because one of the guys, the first police officer I went over, he goes, "I know you drive the red Tesla." But the reason why he knows me and that I drive the red Tesla is because we play Pokemon Go together. And I usually drive Ruby around town playing Pokemon Go. And it was not a reflection on my driving ability or anything to do with the red car or whatever. He remembered me. That was very nice. He's a nice young man. I don't think he's playing anymore. I think there were 3 or 4 police officers playing, and I think if I just had to guess, they're not supposed to play anymore. Although I thought it was a good interaction with the town kind of a thing. But So anyway, that led into additional conversation about Tesla, which was, you know, the officer we talked to did not have any personal experience, had not driven in one, didn't understand, you know, didn't really know. I mean, had heard, of course, but really, you know, didn't have firsthand experience. So Don needed his shirt that says, you know, I'm always talking about my Tesla, watch my Tesla. You know, he needed that shirt on today because that was basically us for a good 10 minutes there at least. I don't think we went over 10 minutes, but probably 10 minutes. Just to confirm, I am on 11.3.6 now. I haven't heard about a .7, so I think Ruby's current. It has not been pushed out to Jules yet, and one of our friends is still waiting for this 11 dot something release period. So here's hoping he'll get it today, because it's pretty frustrating when you appear to be the last person on the planet to receive it. Ruby's doing funny things with the turn signal and changing lanes again. Not anything she hasn't done before, really. But if there were any hope that .6 was going to fix that, it does not. It was a particularly bad dive turn signal scenario in front of the Food Lion there at 10:10. She told me I needed to change lanes for upcoming, you know, turn traffic. But she put me in the wrong lane since I'm going right. And I am confirming she says it. So anyway, still a little turn signal craziness going on, and a little bit of confusion about when she needs to get into turn lanes or not. No doubt she's going to try to take the turn lane here for the Lowe's, which is not where we're headed. Yep, see, she does it every time. Oh well. As you can see, there would be no reason why I would be in that turn lane. And she says I'm turning right in 1 mile, which is the split up here. So she knows she's not going there. No doubt we'd get closer to the intersection, she'd put on the turn signal and try to get back over. But that's a needless and scary sort of a lane change, unnecessary and not particularly safe. We're home, and as far as I know, I'm in for the night, so go ahead and plug in. I'm going to be busy in the kitchen deboning the chicken, making ham bone stock, making split pea soup, and I'm probably going to sort on some Legos today. Wait on the parts for that building to come and finish it before I start on another project. I could stand to do some sorting and storing. So I've got a lot of bags like this with really small, good parts, and it's not very helpful to me to use them if I don't sort them better. So that's what I'm going to do. I doubt I'll finish all of that, but, you know, I'll work on it for a couple hours and make some progress. I don't know how it can be 5 o'clock, but it is. I have made good progress. These bowls are both pretty full, and I've made good progress. I've got the split pea soup started now, the ham bone finished, and I have ham stock in there, and I also have stock from the chicken I made for the cats today. All, you know, real, got a lot of collagen in it and good stuff. This is gonna simmer for a while, then I'm gonna add some more split pea, then it's gonna simmer some more, then I'm gonna add whatever other spices it needs and the rest of the ham, and maybe in a couple hours so it'll be ready to eat. Hopefully. Hi. I think mostly what goes on with him is he likes to be high. He likes to be up high, and the counter is pretty high. You be a good boy. Here's the split pea. It's 8 o'clock, and yes, I've been sorting all that time, and yes, it's done, and I'm going to feed everybody now.